What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are last but not least in the zodiac lineup for Group 1. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on your reading. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for you guys um, just because the collective for group one Heart's Desire readings have had a little bit of cross watching energy, a little bit of hidden energy, from your co-water sign, Pisces. I'm not trying to put them on blast, but could have somebody who's cross-watching for a few signs. But just to also welcome any new energy. If you guys would like to subscribe, you'll get notified the next time I post a reading. Okay? So, just did a quick shuffle for you guys and a cut so we can have some, clear energy. All right. One from the top for your present energy, one from the bottom for your past energy, and then one energetically from the middle, which I think I am feeling this one here. Okay, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck for your overall outcome. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you guys, Scorpio. We have the Ace of Swords for your present energy. We have the Ten of Swords for your past energy. Okay, Ten of Swords was in Leo's reading, but it was over here, okay, in the future energy. So a little bit of a switch around there, okay, which is not bad, okay. And then the Death card, which is your energy, Scorpio, for future placement, okay, which was at the end of Cancer's reading, okay, but it was in the overall outcome, okay. So a little bit culmination of your fellow members of group one, okay, in the zodiac lineup. So, but it feels like progress. Scorpio's present energy with the Ace of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay. It feels like an offer of communication or wanting to make some communication of some sort. This is a Arcana card, a major Arcana card, and just feels like an offer of some truth. Okay, swiftly. Okay, but really major, maybe something that you've been procrastinating on. When I was shuffling before your reading to kind of getting your energy a little bit, in the Power of Surrender, I did come across that procrastination card, which did come up, I believe, in Leo's reading as well. Okay, so there could be something that you've been procrastinating on talking about or dealing with. Okay, whether it be self-improvement or exchange with another person. Okay, past energy is this Ten of Swords. Okay, Ten of Swords automatically for me as a reader, I read as burnout. Okay, and in the past, there could have been something that made you burn out. Could have been work, could have been relationships or connections, but something very dire transpired. Okay, and put you in this Ten of Swords energy. All right. So for your present energy to be in the One of Swords, that means you've probably cut some things out or realized where there needed to be a fix. Okay, so, but that's past energy. Lastly, future energy is this death card. Your energy, Scorpio. The ending of something, okay? Like I said, needing to cut something out or disconnect, or realizing that you need to evolve, okay? Wherever you had to remove something, is possibly going to lead to a new beginning of some sort, okay? So let's see what the final outcome is of this particular energy to start your reading. It's in a Four of Swords, okay? Four of Swords energy. Swords comes back with reflection, okay? Four of Swords is talking about, not only reflection, but also protecting your energy. I think you've realized that anything or anyone that you have to cut out is to protect your own energy, for one. Two is reflecting on the type of person you want to be or who you want to be around, okay? As we get older, we evolve, okay? We all go through phases in our life that create major change, okay? And so I feel like if I were to take this Ace of Swords and add it to this Four of Swords, it would come up to 5. And with it coming up to 5, again, promoting change, but it also talks about Five of Swords leading to some form of defeat of some sort, okay? And maybe in some instances you may feel like that in regards to maybe how you've lived your life up to this moment where you feel defeated, or you went through the process of feeling defeated by something or someone, with this Ten of Swords being here, okay? So, and it could be self-imposed, all right? So let's get into the clarifiers. I'm not going to shuffle the clarifiers. I'm going to keep them where they are. I'm going to do one from the top for the Ace of Swords, one from the bottom for the Ten of Swords, one energetically from the middle, and I literally felt my eyes go directly to this one here in the deck. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck to clarify this Four of Swords shortly, okay? So let's see what you guys have, Scorpio. You have the Nine of Inspiration, which is the Nine of Wands. You have the Four of Materials, which would be the Four of Pentacles for this Ten of Swords energy, which came out in Cancer's reading, but it was in the overall outcome clarifying theirs, clarifying this Death card, okay? Then we have the Page of Inspiration, which I believe was in the same placement for, wasn't in the same placement as Leo's. I think it was actually in their overall outcome at the end of theirs, okay? So, again, you may have Leo and Cancer in your chart, or it could be in relation to some form of energy around you, maybe a cross-watching energy. I have my own feelings about cross-watching that I've talked about in previous readings. For me personally, cross-watching can cause some serious issues because it can change the perspective or trajectory of someone's choices, primarily your Scorpio, okay? Which then can possibly backfire on the person that's cross-watching. So, in layman's terms, try and mind your business unless you are watching for your placement, okay? For your placement sign. So if you're a sun, if you have a Scorpio in your sun, then this is a main reading for you. If you have another placement in your birth chart that you are interested in or care a lot about, such as of your moon placement or seventh house or third house, then go and watch that reading. So it may give you a little bit more insight into what's going on in your energy, okay? But those who are cross watching, just trying to tell you, things may change. Don't really adhere to these readings so much when you're cross watching on someone, because things will change dramatically just because you're imparting your energy, which then stops this main sign from getting a clear reading. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. All right, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, so whatever. Now let's start with this present energy clarifier of the Nine of Wands with the Ace of Swords. Okay, presently you may be blocking communication with people and kind of wanting to be on your own. Okay, like I said, I did see procrastination come up during your shuffle. Okay, and so you could be procrastinating about talking to certain people only because of the fact that you really don't like conflict. Okay, because you don't really handle it well. Communication is always kind of shady or slight with you. Okay, and it's something you need to work on. You need to work on your throat chakra and your crown chakra, because it's almost like when you talk, Scorpio, you more so don't actively listen. You listen with the intent of responding and defending yourself. Okay, so try to work on that and slow your thoughts down and actually actively listen to the person who you're communicating with, so that way you can respond after you've heard what they've said. Okay, that's just my suggestion. Now back to this. Like I said, there's communication that needs to be had, but you've been pretty much, like I said, procrastinating or kind of putting up boundaries. Okay, on Cancer's end, they need to create boundaries. On your end, you've created boundaries when it comes to communication. Okay, let's talk about why that is with this past energy of the Ten of Swords with the Four of Materials, which is the Four of Pentacles. Integral information, something of value. Okay, in the past, maybe something you did, maybe you withheld something, okay, from someone, information, possibly, which only backfired on you. Okay, holding back and not sharing is something that is very important in communicating with friends, family, uh, romantic relationships, things of that nature. And certain things that you didn't feel was necessary to share, obviously, like I said, backfired on you, because it was like you were holding too many secrets. Okay, for some of you, you could be holding secrets up for other people that were kind of leaking into your own life and causing you this despair with this Ten of Swords energy. Okay, so if you were always the one withholding things or learning stuff and having to keep it secret, it only backfired on you. Okay, usually when I start feeling that type of energy, or I've dealt with that in the past myself, and I've more so told people, look, I don't have time to be holding secrets. I tell them how I feel if they're looking for my advice, and I distance myself because I don't want to have to deal with that. I've dealt with enough drama in my past. I don't need more on top of it, holding on to other people's secrets. Don't do stuff that needs to be held, in the dark, because what comes to dark comes to light eventually, and it's not going to come out my mouth. It's just going to be per the actions that person does. Okay, so like I said, in the past, something in regards to maybe holding something secret from someone or from multiple people only hurts you. Okay, Next, let's talk about this death card with the page of inspiration. Okay, page of inspiration is really just, starting to decide on what it is that you truly want to begin or have a new beginning with. Okay, um, it's like starting over, but can you really start over is the question. Okay, um, are you tired of starting over? Because it feels like it could be something that's constantly deja vu for you, or just a continuous pattern, if you will, that you constantly have to start over. And you're trying to figure out a new way to do it differently than you did in the past. You need to stop. And sometimes the way to start over is to take accountability for the actions that you continually seem to experience on your own that are self inflicted. Okay? So, for your future energy, it's time to stop starting over and start taking accountability in order for you to actually have a fresh start, because that's probably what's been holding you back a lot, okay, with this Four of Materials in the past, okay? So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck to clarify this Four of Swords. And it's the Muse of Inspiration, okay? Another wand energy. You do have the Emperor underneath this Four of Swords. So possibly Scorpio, it could be in regards to career, trying to be a boss of some sort, because that's what the Emperor is. It's a boss card, okay? So maybe handling your own, maybe entrepreneurial, or maybe you want to be a manager, or gain some kind of promotion, but trying to figure out if that's really what you want. Okay, Muse of Inspiration is here in the sense of your dreams. Okay, you may want to go and watch your dream catcher read if you haven't seen it yet, or you're right here and right now. But this is pretty much you're in dream status right now. Dreams, thoughts, planning, reflection. Um, you have a lot that you want to aspire to, but is the passion really there? Okay, because inspiration is Wands energy. Wands is action. Okay, and taking force and taking and being determined. Okay, do you truly have the motivation to do this, or is it just your imagination running wild? Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's time for you to figure out whether or not, if you're really strong enough and willing to pull this off. Okay, so for some of you, it could be about finances. Like I said, with materials or pentacles, if you will, I try my best not to really focus on finances as much, but I try to touch for everybody when I do readings. And it could be, not having the financial backing to do whatever this is that you're trying to do. For some of you, is what's been really deterring you. Okay, it's been pretty much a trying time financially for you in the past. Okay, but hopefully that's no longer the case. Okay, so let's get into the Heart Oracle so we can get your final decisions. Something to help in making those decisions if possible. Okay. I think I've suggested it to the Scorpio Collective before in regards to a bath salt on my Etsy shop. Between Ignite My Passion and Awakening by the Beach. Ignite My Passion in the sense of really determining whether or not you can take that bath and meditate with a heart chakra meditation on what it is you truly want to achieve, what your actual passion is. Okay. Um, for the awakening by the beach, it would be something that I would suggest you take in regards to opening up your intuition in the sense of what your next moves should be and kind of coming to acceptance on certain things that have transpired in your life with that awakening by the beach. Um, the I Am Strong meditation oil, I would more so suggest for you to enhance your self awareness of who you are as a person and trying to boost this motivation to aspire to what it is you want to be for those Scorpios who are aspiring um, to pursue that upper level in your career. I would suggest that I Am Strong. And for those struggling with negative thoughts, I would suggest Sanctuary. Okay. You can find all those items on my Etsy shop. The link will be in the description box. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we have Believe and Succeed. Okay. Believe and Succeed. Number 6. Okay. This automatically gives me the vibes of the Six of Swords, which is usually in regular writer's weights, a mother and child in a boat. Okay. And it usually talks about moving forward or moving away from something. Okay. You could be doing that. You need to believe in order to succeed. The number 6 promotes reevaluation. Okay, taking a step back and reevaluating things in the way that they are and how you can do things differently. Okay, to end at a different result. Okay, something that's more of positive connotation instead of negative. Okay, Scorpio, you have a tendency of doing that, thinking of all the consequences first, but never thinking about the success or positive resolution. Okay, and it's like you automatically think ahead of people, especially if it has to do with a relationship of some sort or connections, because you think in terms of what you would do and think that someone else will do that particular thing or react in that particular way, when you need to focus on you and not how someone else is going to react. Okay, if you want to avoid that reaction, then don't do what could possibly lead to that reaction. Okay, and allow people to be their own person, not think ahead of them without putting them in that actual situation to know how they're going to react. Okay, if that makes sense. That's for some of you. It's not going to be for all. Okay, but it needed to be said. Now, Believe and Succeed is on page 147. Underneath is Lead. Okay, so if that isn't a confirmation for some of you Scorpios, that you need to move towards this boss-like status with that Emperor up underneath that Four of Swords, you do have Lead here. Okay, so I'm not going to read that, but I need you to take that as a hint that you can move forward with your desired dream of being a boss or entrepreneur of some sort. Okay, now, Believe and Succeed, your keywords are confidence, achievement, inspiration, and recognition. Faith is powerful and can bring about amazing results. It's important at this time to believe in yourself and in your aspirations regarding love. Think and act as if all that you desire is inevitable. Your confidence will send a signal to the universe that you are ready to have the perfect relationship with a spouse, partner, parent, sibling, child, or friend. The energies of success are around you. Use them to achieve your dreams. A lighthouse shines its light as a beacon to passing ships to help them navigate the surrounding waters. At this time, you can be a beacon to others. By acting confidently and being victorious, you can inspire your loved ones to reach out for what they desire. Recognize your power to affect people in positive ways. Congratulate yourself for this ability and honor that same ability in others. Okay? So, where you falter, others are around to pick you up. Okay? And vice versa. Okay? But somehow or another, again, this holding back of this Four of Pentacles really stands out with this Ten of Swords, okay? Because I believe there's boundaries that you set, but some of those boundaries were kind of dangerous for you to have up, Scorpio, because again, it backfired. It's like you wanted to share, but you couldn't share. And I think you're a person that likes to share, but you're scared of being judged for what you share, okay? And you need not do that because you have a lot of support around you, okay? For others of you, you're doing fine, all right? And I think for those of you that are, it's because you have a particular sign in your chart. You may have Earth in your chart, and you could have air as well, okay? So let's move on to your power of surrender, Scorpio. You have a lot of mixed energy in the Scorpio collective, so again, it may be kind of difficult for you to kind of connect to this reading. Again, take what resonates and pass the rest to the next, okay? But there are multiple energies, and like I said, if there's an energy that is actually cross-watching on you, you have to be mindful that whatever they desire from you is probably in this reading, okay? And that's why this Believe and Succeed has possibly came up with the messages that were in there, okay? So, Scorpios, truly apologize if someone else is in your placement or has Scorpio in a placement that they care about, because you are sharing your energy, okay, with others that truly care about their Scorpio placement, or someone who is interested in you, Scorpio, okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck for the power of surrender is surrender to receiving and support and love. Surrender to receiving support and love, okay? Again, someone with Scorpio in their placement, probably 7th house of relationships and contracts, and then any other house that they're interested in, or someone who's interested in you. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you, okay? Support and love, all right? You need to focus, Scorpio, on those who are around you that actually want you. They believe in you succeeding, okay? And they want you to succeed, okay? And that is those who are truly platonic friends of yours, okay, that just really want the best for you, okay? It's nothing more, nothing less, okay? And whenever you were in this Ten of Swords energy, they wanted to uplift you. That's all they were trying to do, okay? With this present energy of, like I said, the Nine of Wands is usually the wounded warrior, in some sense. This person is just a lone person, walking this path alone, okay? Leaving pretty much everything behind. And with this Ace of Swords energy, it's like you're putting off communications for some reason, and it could be because this past energy is still lingering, as far as kind of being down and out, and you're keeping stuff away from people who you probably could trust in letting them in, okay, as far as what's going on with you. All right. People can probably tell that you have been acting differently than what you normally would, to no fault of them, okay, and no fault of your own. But it's time for you to talk to these people, okay, and accept their support and love in any facet that they're willing to give to you, okay. You've done it for them, and it's only fair to let them return the favor, okay. So, Scorpios, y'all know I can talk to y'all all day long. This always happens. I have Scorpio in my 7th house, so I can totally vibe with y'all all day long, okay? But I know I can't. We do have one more reading, the All My Love readings. So, until then, Scorpios, peace.